my laptop to get onto the Zoom, and I stubbed my toe on my gun safe, and I knocked over my water bottle on my shit. So,
Yep. Shout out Colin's podcast. And now you're doing it again, but you got a new laptop. So shout out your money from making music.
yeah.
Here's a question I have for you. When did you ever feel like giving up? I mean, I never really talked to you about it. Like, you never really told me or if you were feeling like it. But
I think like adjusting to the attention was kind of the hardest part of everything. Is like because I mean I haven't seen you in a long time, so I haven't been able to really talk to you and tell you how things have been. But it's like a lot of people that I mean, like people we know are reaching out to me. I'm not gonna drop names or anything, but like are reaching out to me for features or shout outs, and like that the fakeness that comes along with the clout is pretty. It made me step back and think like, I mean, I'm gonna just keep growing, right? So do I want that to always be a thing? But I feel like that, what the perks of what comes with this is outweighs the negatives. So I did have a time of where I considered like, just like quitting altogether. And like even personal relationships with like girls and shit, like they'll look at you a different way or treat you some sort of way because you have clout, quote unquote, and it's just I don't know, bro. It's just like really a lifestyle change of what I'm used to, but I mean, it's what I've always wanted, so I kind of have to just deal with, what it is.
yeah, did you ever feel like imposter syndrome? Like where you're like, I don't like what like I don't fit in here. Like this isn't like I'm just Jake, or did you ever I'm just a normal person. Like why are these people like idolizing me or whatever? Like did you ever feel that like imposter syndrome, like I don't deserve to be where you're like, or where like you don't deserve to be going where you're going and stuff?
Right. I think that what has helped me with that is making friends with other creators and other people that are kind of as big as me, if not bigger than me, because they have already like went through that shit and like I can relate to them a little easier than like just a normal person that hasn't, that doesn't create content or that doesn't have a platform. So, I mean, at first I was like, like I don't think I ever felt like I don't like deserve this or like think I should be in this spot because I've worked so hard to be here. So it's like what I've always like strived for. But at the same time, it's more of like a question of like, is this what I really want? You know? And I think it is.
Yeah, I think it is too. I think it's more about you love doing it. And I mean, you've always posted like snippets of your songs on Snapchat, and you like, of you just like, I mean, I know what it's like. I know what it feels like to make like a song and you're just like, oh my, like you get
Right,
that
and you can
feeling.
relate to that because you have made music before, and I mean, you still do make music, but like you make a song for yourself. It's not like I'm making music for for my fan base. Like I just make music for myself, and hopefully people will gravitate towards it. And I think that's really what's happened.
Yeah, there's nothing I even like doing this, like when I have like a big day and I hit like 100 downloads in a couple hours or whatever on a podcast. And that's a great feeling and everything. But I've never once felt the feeling that I feel, or that you feel when you when you just like hit this like perfect verse or like a perfect bar in a song on a
Right.
perfect beat, and it just hits a different way and it just kind of takes its own form. Like that feeling, that like overwhelming rush of dopamine is, I've never felt anything. I mean, I guess, okay, here's a good example. It's kind of the same as like if you're in good, like a game situation and you like, for me, if I hit a perfect ball, like if I smash a field goal, or if I like in basketball, if you hit a beautiful ball and tie the game or something like that.
Right. It's like a feeling of like it's like a fulfilling feeling. It's like hell yeah, I worked hard for this shit, and I'm like, and it's turning out good. Because like you put in the hours, like you go down to Heritage and kick. So I mean, I'm sure like if you hit like I don't know, like a big ass field goal or something, you're like, all right, bet this is like that shit feels good. And I think that's the same thing with music. But let me just clarify. I don't get that from TikTok. Like I really don't. Like for TikTok for me is like, and this is why I switched up my content is because I was waking up and my goal was, I don't care about the content. My goal was how many views I can get. It was all about the numbers. And that is like not a good feeling to me. But the it's a good feeling when it performs, but like I don't get excited to wake up and make a TikTok. You know, I get excited to wake up and get in the studio and make music. So